Hi, I'm Josh Davey with Davey Coach, and today we're going to take a minute to discuss using COVID relief funds to protect drivers and passengers in your shuttle buses. So most people by now have heard about the CARES Act that was passed in late March, signed into law. This act is very broad, but there are some very significant resources available in that, as we've all heard. And the Coronavirus Relief Fund is a specific designation of those funds with respect to state, local, and tribal governments. Now, we can justify our necessary expenses. They have to have been incurred due to the public health emergency respected to COVID. Your expenses cannot be accounted for in your budget prior to March 27th. Your expenses have to have been incurred no later than March 1st all the way up until December 30th of this year. So what does that mean as it relates to buses? You can use those relief funds to purchase driver and protective equipment for your passengers as well. That comes in the form of this driver barrier that we've got in our vehicles here. This opens and closes on a hinged mechanism. We've also got some passenger shields that go from row to row. We've got a sanitation station that holds a bottle of hand sanitizer as well as a tub of Clorox wipes right next to it. It's sized appropriately to fit both. And it mounts and locates anywhere on the interior of these vehicles. We've got some grab handle covers that are infused with a silver oxide particle technology that kills germs within a few minutes of contact. It's 100% effective against everything it's been tested against. And then coming out a little bit later in Q3 here, we've got a small box that looks like a heater, mounts underneath the seats in the rear of the vehicle, and it's a HEPA filtration system. So you just basically mount it, wire it to power, to ground, and you've got a switch in the driver area. So look to see that coming from us later on in Q3 here. So additionally, you can use those funds to purchase additional passenger buses for your routes. So if you've got to space people out to keep them safe on your vehicles, and the vehicle used to be able to handle your route with one bus and now you need two in order to move the same number of people, you've been impacted, and those funds qualify to look for additional vehicle purchases. So I think that would be a good example of how those funds could be really used in a vehicle-related sense as opposed to the protective equipment on the inside of the bus sense. So we've got a lot of options in stock. They're available for immediate delivery, so you can get relief out to your fleets in one form or another as quickly as possible and get back to turning those tires and safely moving your passengers. We'd love to be a part of the process. Check us out online, give us a call, or drop us an email. Thanks for your business.